Hi, welcome there. Warrior Insights, Geopolitics. You know what? Give me 1 second. Dang. Because, here's the thing. I'm trying to invest in blackout curtains because, well, one of the biggest problems you're kind of seeing it right now. That glare is really bad. Damn. When I come back, I'm definitely going to invest. Well, I'm going to be moving next week, so blackout curtain investment is no longer a thing, and the thing that I hanged is already hanging up there. Sorry to break it apart. you know. But I hope everyone's having a good day. This stream is going to be a bit different. Now, okay, so, I'm going to snitch on myself a little bit. I'm a singer. That's one of the ways I stream my income. I practice, for 2 hours, sorry. I practiced for 2 hours singing, and now my voice is a little shot. But regardless, I'm still here. Still here to give some love. This stream is going to be a little bit different because of the fact that this is going to be a debate prep one. So, my audience, if you're watching this, hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So, my audience, if you are watching this, you are going to actually help me out. So, as you can see in the title, is Israel an apartheid state? I'm actually participating in the debate 2 days from now. And so I'm actually going to be doing debate prep. Hey, welcome, man. I'm great to have you here. So I'm actually going to be doing debate prep. Now, as my audience, you guys get to ask questions. This is kind of your show sort of thing. What's your answer to the question in your title stream? I'm trying to figure that out. Because here's the thing. Okay, so, because my debate, in the way I'm debating it, I'm probably going to take here's the thing. I'm going to look into this myself. I have my own biases, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to look at this into myself. I'm going to show you a little bit how I kind of think it. But I want to hear your question. Because my thing is, in regards to this whole situation, is it not? I'm trying to, figure out the answer for myself. Because, we should be having discussions about this. I am trying to walk the tightrope because I know how strict Twitch terms of services are. I'm not going to say for or against currently at the moment. I still need to research. One of the biggest issues that I'm falling victim to this, where one of the biggest issues going on right now, really, in how you get people get information, is the fact that, well, they mostly go on TikTok, Twitter. I'm going to show you how I kind of get my stuff. But here's the thing. Or if you're just new to this, if you disagree with me, by all means, drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear different opinions. That's just me. But as always, before I get into the show, I always give the disclaimer. Anything you hear is my own opinion, not a reflection on any other government organization, not a reflection on anyone else. It's just my own personal opinion. Hi, if you're just joining the chat, welcome. Help me do debate prep. I'd love to hear your responses. I'd love to hear your questions. I'm going to be actually thinking out loud for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. I think by classic definition of apartheid is being a state whose laws strip away from the righteous. Israel wouldn't reach that threshold. So that's one argument that I've heard. That actually is an argument. So I'm going to show you how I do my research, and then on the other screen, I'm going to actually have my notes. You're not going to see the note part, but it'll be there. Now, today we're actually going to start looking things up ourselves. So Korig, I think by the classic definition of apartheid being a state with laws strip away the rights of an ethnic or racial group in Israel wouldn't reach that threshold. For me, I'm trying to look into this in regards to where's the claim that this is coming from. I don't understand it. I really don't. Because if we're going by apartheid in regards to comparing it to South Africa, to say it's like Israel, but between Israel and Palestine, I don't know if that's actually a good argument, but we will find out. We will see. Let's take a look. And as always, I always do my little shout outs in the beginning of the show. This is my 39 followers. What the heck? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up now. Wait, I think I know what's going on. I think I know what happened. Really? Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's 39. This is my Twitch account, as you can clearly see. 11 followers away from associate. I am so... Oh, no. Wait, affiliate, not associate, affiliate. 11 followers away from affiliate. I'm super happy about this. And as you can see, today's stream is interesting because this is debate prep. It's not necessarily of, oh my god, we're going to sit here and react to stuff. I am just going to look and do my research, and you, my audience, will actually be participating if you want to. If you want to lurk, by all means, go ahead. I'm not here to force you, but I'd love to hear everyone's differing thoughts, opinions. If we can get a little debate going on in the chat, just as great, just as fine. But do not feel pressured or forced to say anything in this chat. This is a safe space for everybody. All I ask is that you do not violate Twitch terms of service when you comment, because a lot of people tend to do that. Like, that's one of the reasons why, you know, when I try to invite people on the stream, I need to at least get to know them first, because what ends up happening, if you don't, things tend to happen. This is my TikTok account. Oh my god, it's still growing. I haven't posted anything today. I'll probably post after this. But yeah, it's been going steady. Almost at the 10K mark. We're just halfway there. A little bit halfway there. This is the Twitter account that I have. Yay. These are my socials. Now, I almost forgot. I do have an Instagram account. Same, like, you can look it up. It's going to be the same thing. But the only difference is the fact that, well, here. This is kind of like my backup channel. So if something were to happen, please come here. Because that way, you know, you can come here. Like, if anything was to happen to my Twitch account, please go over to YouTube. But yeah, this is my Twitch, my TikTok, my Twitter, my YouTube. And initially this started off as a blog, but, you know, there's that. Now, let's actually, let's do what we do best. Israel is an apartheid. Now, we're going to go from the, like, god dang it. Apartheid. You gotta be kidding me. I opened up this app, at least I can find 10 TikToks. You know what? Hold them now. Let's try this. Ta-da. Okay. Because I'm trying to find... Hold up. So we're actually going to be looking at some of the arguments. So, like, Israel is an apart... Oh my god, yeah, damn. Israel is an apartheid. Let's look at this.
In front what I like to call...
Alright, so I actually have my notes on this screen. And that's so I got two screens going on. I got my laptop, which is what you're kind of seeing right now, and I also got my screen over here where I'm actually taking notes. So, let's look up definition. You know what? Let's bring our good old friend. Let's bring this along. Let's see if we can grab some things off of that. We go over here. Apartheid. Now, these are, like, again, low level stuff. Then we're working our way up. System of institutionalized racial segregation that existed in South Africa. Apartheid was characterized by an authoritarian political culture known as Baskop, which ensured South Africa was dominated by the national minority white population. There was a social stratification where white citizens were held at higher economic status, followed by Indians and by colors than black Africans. The economic legacy and social effects of apartheid continue to the present day. I'm curious to see, because what... If this is just talking about... Hold on, wait, no. Is... Oh, look at this. Deny these allegations. Damn. Come on. Let's go all the way down. Oh, here he is. The term apartheid has been adopted by Palestinian rights advocates by leading Israeli and other human organizations, referring to the occupation of the West Bank, legal treatment of illegal settlements, and the West Bank barrier. Within previous 1967 Israeli borders, Palestinian rights advocates have raised concern over discriminatory housing practice against Palestinian civilians in Israel, likening it to racial segregation. Others argue that the Israeli treatment of Palestine does not fit the definition of apartheid, as it is motivated by legitimate security concerns and not on race. So actually, this is gonna come up here. We're actually gonna copy and paste this because this is interesting. Bloop. Okay, we're gonna keep like scrolling down through this article. I guess not. Now, I can't, because I know if you open on TikTok, you're gonna find at least 3 other. You're gonna find so many. Oh, it's an apartheid state on TikTok, but you're not gonna be able to like look it up because apparently that violates the terms. Now here, you want good quality stuff? This is like this is the highest caliber of stuff you could find. J-Sitar. Israel is apart. I will say this though, as someone who like has been debating and activism and all that other stuff, I think one of the biggest issues that I've seen going on in regards to debating is that it ends up in a yelling match. Everybody's screaming at each other. For me, I'm not like that. Out of curiosity, are you on the left, on the right, or something else? I would consider myself on the right. I am more conservative in regards to like less government. For me, foreign policy, I'm kind of hawkish, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe in foreign intervention more. There's a lot of isolationism coming from the Republican Party now, which has been concerning to say the least. Social issues, I would lean a little bit more towards the left, because in some aspects or some regards. Just out of curiosity, what are you? Well, the reason why I say I'm right, I am a very capitalist individual, you know, with some restrictions. I would consider myself, you know, like classically liberal, if that makes sense. As someone who is, you know, gay, like, I'm like kind of politically homeless. I really don't, even though I am like more right-leaning, I don't have a home with the left or the right. Because what I don't like, I guess honestly 95% of my policy positions align with the right, but there are certain things in regards to like LGBT issues, like I can't side with the right on that. See, this right here, okay. This right here's got some good stuff. Anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism, African style. Let's look at this. I'm going to download. Accept and download. Ben Shapiro style conservative? You know, not really. There are some, like... Okay, I will say this. I don't know what it is with conservatives, but when it came to... Socially, they're crazy. I don't know what happened. So during Trump's era, like around 2016, they were a little more libertarian, which I appreciated, and kind of like that's sort of my position. But one of the biggest issues, I think, there was this... No, we're just going to pull this up. There was this woman... She was like, oh, I'm child free and whatnot. Hey, TikTok, Matt Walsh. So Matt Walsh was part of the Daily Wire. They went after this one woman. Where is she? They went after this one girl, and it really was freaking upsetting to me. Where it's like, why would you? Okay, because I'm trying to find the actual original TikTok where everyone just lost their mind on social issues like abortion, gay, and religion. I am more conservative, but I don't believe anyone excluding somebody for... Yeah, no, I mean, I can hear you. In regards to gay marriage, what would you... Like, out of curiosity, what's your religion? Like, do you have any religion? Like, do you believe... Because normally... I don't care. Because normally what I have seen is that individuals that are very, very Christian tend to align with more on the right in regards to that issue. And I would kind of argue that it's mostly because of their religious beliefs that are on the right. Okay, here it is. What, PMD pod. Let's take a little bit of a break. PMD pod. Here it is. Okay, so.
It's 10:45 a.m. on a Saturday.
The right went after this woman because of the fact of like, oh, I want kids, but I don't have them, so I'm just going to enjoy not having children. Everybody lost their freaking minds over it. I found that so stupid. Where it's like, okay, look, if you don't want kids, don't have them. Like, you don't need children to have a fulfilling life. Orthodox Judaism. Oh, okay. That's interesting. What's your take in regards to Israel and Palestine? Just out of curiosity. You know, I find it interesting, like, when it comes to stuff like this, in regards to, like, oh, should I have a child? Should I not have a child? Should I be single? Should I be in a relationship? Whatever you want, go for it. Just don't pressure other people. Like, look, if as someone who has been a school teacher for a year and a half, some people should not be parents. Period. I've seen the result, unfortunately, of children being put in environments where the parents just don't give a crap. I have friends, you know, I have a lot of friends that didn't, like, granted, you cannot necessarily plan all the way in regards to having children, but like some of them, it just happened, and I get things happen, but then there are some of them where it just happens, they don't care about the kid, and everything just goes down the toilet. Do you have a specific affiliation towards any religion or non-religion? I was raised Catholic, and then I became Christian, and now I'm kind of more of I would honestly identify more as a progressive Christian in regards to, because I've actually, like, None of us actually. I mean, my opinion is I've read the Bible, and honestly, it's like I can kind of see like more of a progressive, deconstructive sort of faith. There we go. That's my opinion, my beliefs at least. Were you raised Orthodox Jew? Out of curiosity. Okay, where were we? You know, Destiny actually has notes on this. Let's just double clicky, double duplicate. Destiny. Like omni-liberal. Actually, no. Omni-liberal. You gotta be kidding me. I believe Israel. Okay, hey, so the N-word. Okay. I believe Israel has the right to defend itself after October 7th, just like Taiwan has a right to defend if China invades, and Ukraine has a right to defend from Russia. And if it invades, America has a right to defend herself after. Yeah. I mean, I see where you're going. Did he? No. Do not. Please. Please still be on here. He freaking had so many good notes. Destiny. Omni-liberal. Twitter. The Omni-liberal. Okay, I'm like, where the heck is it? Okay, I do not like dark. How can I get the dark theme on here? Because I do not like this. What I don't like when it comes to the right, so what I don't like when it comes to the right is in regards to like Ukraine. It's a corrupt country, we should stop supporting them. Oh my god. Like, repeating the same Kremlin talking points has been annoying to me. Now, granted, there have been scandals. Doesn't mean we should stop supporting them, honestly, in my opinion. For the sole purpose and fact that, hey, Russia is not Russia. Like, I find it crazy. There are some Republicans that are very pro-Russia. I'm like, bro, Ronald Reagan would be flipping out the hell out in his grave. I need dark mode on Twitter. Open Twitter. If you're on a desktop, click more on the navigation bar to the left. This is my Twitter account. Yay. Settings and access. Okay, you know, we're just gonna deal with this. We're just gonna deal with the bright thing for now. Yeah, omni-liberal. Ta-da. So my religion is an affiliation of Orthodox Judaism called Noahidism, which basically means I believe in the tenets of the Old Faith because I believe in the Old Testament. But Orthodox Jews don't believe, as I, as a Gentile, have to observe all of the Old Testament law. Which laws would you not like that you do not take account of? And if understand, my chat is a little more, gotta be a little extra sensitive. So, out of curiosity, what laws do you not follow? Because I got friends that are Jews, and you know, they don't. Some of them don't respect the kosher laws. Some of them don't respect, you know, when it comes to sexuality. I mean, like, you know, premarital sex and whatnot. Here it is. I am working smarter, not harder. Now, we're just gonna open up everything. Why not? Screw it. Actually, hold up. Interactive grad. Okay. Apartheid. We're just gonna do this debate prep right here. Methodologies. The victory in Israel. Constant claims of apartheid have left the Palestinians believing someone international is coming to save them. Predicament. Why is this important? By constantly claiming that Israel is committing apartheid, the international community is making it seem that though the conditions the Palestinians live in are so dire that someone external is going to save and swoop them. This will not help, as the Palestinians need to unite under cohesive leadership structure so they can negotiate with Israel and save themselves. They won't. That's the thing. Copy. And I paste. Ugh. Why does it do that? Paste without formatting. That's even worse. We'll just deal with it. My thing is this, is that there are multiple organizations within Palestine. You have the PLO, you have Hamas, those are two ones. But then you also have other separate organizations by themselves. I mean, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad is another one. Oh, god damn it, is this all of them? Crap. Okay, this is gonna be good right here. NLF. Wait a minute, FLN. Is he referring to the FLN in here? That's what I follow. Okay, we'll take a look at that. I think he means FLN. Because if it's the FLN, we're good. No, no, why are you... Oh my god. Why is it grayed out like that? So I'm making my own notes over here, but the problem is that when I like copy and paste it, it's all crap. That's it? Come on. Okay, maybe if I open all this up. Maybe if I open all of this up, it's probably gonna work. Oh my gosh. Okay, here. Maybe if I open... Okay, I opened everything up. I've opened everything up. It should show me here. We're just gonna open all this up right here. There's gotta be more. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. Apartheid. What? Oh, I mean, this is my first time actually using this. Oh, okay, I see what it... No. We're just gonna make his life easier. Boop. Nope. Okay. Really? Okay. Here. No. January. No, it's not gonna be here. Here we go. This should work. No. So we already went over this. Papers. Ah, he uses Jason Star too. I'm a happy guy. I'm happy. We're collecting notes as we speak. Okay, so I'm gonna open this on a separate thing. Let's see. Or not. 7 laws of Noah, the Noachian laws, a set of universal laws. Not worship idols, not curse God, no murder, no adultery or sexual immorality, not steal, not eat flesh torn from a living animal, to establish courts of justice. So I'm actually curious in regards, okay, because sometimes things can be a little vague. Like, in regards to your belief, like, what do you mean by this? Like, how would you define this term? Just out of curiosity. Let's see. This article will discuss anti-Zionist dogma within the context of African time and space, defined as its substantive structure as well as ideological representation. Grammar vocab, anti-Zionist discuss should generally be seen as part of a historical community of anti-Semitism. While anti-Semitism is a permanent recurring phenomenon, it evolves and changes and adapts to the existence. There is one constant: when it does not find a way to advance its revealed form, it quietly changes so it can present itself differently. So I mean, this is like, so I think, what was it? Ethan Klein, in one of his streams, he said, they're calling me a Zionist. This is a code for a Jew. Like, you know, get rid of them. I think this is why also with Meta. So with Meta, they're actually trying to like put... Hold up. So I can show it to you. With Meta, they're trying to make Zionists... Yeah, they're thinking of increasing censorship of the word Zionist. I mean, given the fact of recent events, I don't necessarily blame them, in my opinion. Far from the anti-Zionism... Articulate to reconstruct. At present, calling into question the Jews, Jewish nation, Judaism goes beyond condemnation of the state of Israel. However, the ideological mode of operation, thus anti-Zionist, repeats the same rhetoric. During the 14th century, Jews were accused of poisoning wealth and foundation. In the 19th century, they were accused of wanting to dominate through money and capitalism. In the next century, came forth, and today, anti-Zionist rhetoric accuses the Jews of wanting to... You know, the individual that I am debating, I saw one of his interviews. In one of his interviews, he kind of leaves this part out, so you know what? Copy. Just gonna go this. We're gonna go here, copy. We're gonna go here, paste. And then we are going to do this. Black that anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism African style. Bloop, bloop. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do some bullet points. So when we do the bullet points, we're just going to get some notes. And we are also going to analyze. Now, why is this important? Oh dear. Back. There we go. Important since... Okay. Basically, I follow these 7 laws, which are very easy to commit. I don't commit adultery. I'm not even an adult. I don't feel a desire... I mean, I see what you mean, man, but my thing is that in regards to, like... This part right here, how would you define this? Because when I hear with a lot of individuals that are kind of like Orthodox or any of that stuff, like, this is kind of subjective. And from my experiences, you could be different. Everyone here is an adult because everyone here is over 18 and is not violating Twitch terms of service, right? Naturally, this reveals a hacking myth of cautioning because of the Holocaust, the genocide. It's causing question the Jewish state moral to exist. Well, Nazism represents Jews on absolute evil. Anti-Zionism accuses Israel of Nazism. Thus, the Palestinians have become victims of a tragedy that's far worse than of the Holocaust. In rhetoric, anti-Zionism is inspired by where is it? Here it is. Anti-Zionism is also loaded with new terminology recycled from older staples of anti-colonial rhetoric. The term apartheid is used to express general indignation and brandished as a new weapon. Reality, however, is given short shrift. In South Africa, racial inequality was written into the constitution. In contrast, Israel's Declaration of Independence guarantees the Arab population full and equal citizenship. Ooh, this is good right here. Copy, copy. Really? I thought it was over 18. Well, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for educating me. That is something to be worthy of note. Oopsie. Right, here's the thing. I'm just going to copy and paste this. I think my analysis, I mean, I'll give you a little bit of a hint, but my analysis will come later. Let me message the guy doing the debate prep, don't switch. If there was anyone here lurking, I mean, I'm not going to call you out. If you want to, by all means. Ah, here we go. Oh, okay, did not know that. Okay, so hey. There's another term that you can. So, Korrig, there's another term you can use. It's SE. Okay, do you see? Hey, Korg, do you see? Can you see what I just typed in the thing? You can't put that on the chat. You have to censor it. I apologize, but the moderator caught it. So, like, at least reword it or kind of censor it if you want to. How did this phenomenon become this discourse within Africa? Is there anti-Zionist rhetoric? Or is the African anti-Zionist? How does... Anti-Zionism in Africa is used to be epitomized by the figure of Idi Amin Dada. On September 1972, a group of Palestinian terrorists took 9 Israeli athletes in Munich. The final total operation was to free them was very high, 11 Israelis. For the first time in the history of games, the Olympic flag was known as half-mast. Hardly a week after this episode, mustache people knew Israelis are not people who are working in the interest of the world. That is why they deleted 6 million. The world should remember the Palestinians with assistance of Germany made the operation possible in the village. According to Amin, they were responsible for their own... Jeez. Copy, copy. Let me go back. Yep. Another rant reveals mental universe. If I have to prepare a war against Israel, I don't need very many forces, just very few. I will strike inside Israel and move people all borders towards Israel. I think the situation will be very difficult, different. Train suicide squads. I welcome any volunteer all over the world. So the guys are raging anti-Semite, okay? The lineage of okay. South Africa is home to the largest Jewish community of the African continent. The history of this minority has been marked by difficult periods, including discrimination and persecution. Most of the Jews who arrived in South Africa came from Eastern Europe, fleeing the reality of the pogroms. Okay. I mean, for me, as someone who's kind of like, I take a modern interpretation of it, you know, this is what I interpret. So, I mean, if you believe in the Old Testament, actually, I kind of did like my research on this end. What do you think about Leviticus 8, like Levitical laws in chapter 18? Levitical laws in chapter 18, I would argue that's more in regards to a specific ritual against Moloch, because that's how the section within Leviticus ends. Also in Exodus, correct me if I'm wrong, and you know, I'm curious, you know, on a tangent. I like having like I got some good friends that are Jews. I like talking about religion with them. They don't take any offense to it, which has been interesting in my experience. Christians, not so much. I don't talk to them about this because they get really upset or offended. To the ones that I have friends with. But I mean, because we argued when Moses came down from the mountain, it was Joshua and Moses saw the Jews naked among God. Now, I took that as a literal interpretation because from what I was gathering, my research, that they were conducting one of the Moloch rituals that Leviticus 18 was talking about. However, what their argument was is that it's not necessarily naked. Like, naked could also mean like, it doesn't mean physically naked, you know? General context, the ruling party adopted many discriminatory laws prohibiting Jews. Members of the Jewish community have been struggled against apartheid, in which some of them are leading activists. In a post-apartheid, even the public displays of anti-Semitism are unusual. If this is not the case with anti-Zionist rhetoric, for quite common from the end of the 1970s, it became a tradition within the anti-apartheid movement to criticize Israel and equate Zionism with racism. Today, this trend is even stronger, maybe identifying with the Palestinian cause. The only logical conclusion is that Israel has impunity because of... is apparent on Israel. Following the example of other ANC figures, anti-Semitic rent. The state of Israel is a product of the feeling of blame of the Western world following the Holocaust. Also peculiar is the selective indignation of other ANC leaders who denounce Israel in seeking cordial relationships with the Hamas. Just as bizarre as the position during the Gaza war of the winter of 2008, the organization raised the possibility of running a campaign against Jewish business. Ooh. South Africa's claim that they want to, in fact, control America no matter what of the control of Africa, just as... you cannot expect anything else. Copy. The notion that Israel and the control old times are in 1921. Nevertheless, a social media manager posted an old. Damn. So I can't put that on this. Okay. Korg. Korg, this term, that term is also banned, unfortunately. Like, okay, if you did S ... like, we know what you're talking about. Yes, man, you were right. I could have. Oh my god. This poisonous atmosphere is also felt on campuses. ANC's position and links with Hamas. See, I'm trying to find... See, I don't think this would be... I got what I needed. You know, Korg, I mean, here's the thing, you know. Out in the open, I am gay. I mean... with people that disagree with me in regards to that, I mean, I've gotten better in regards to disagreeing with it. I've gotten way better. the one issue that I have come across individuals that kind of disagree with it is the underlying assumption that it's just about the, you know, the physical part. I mean, there's more to it than just that. I mean, it's like 1% of the relationship. I mean, the way I have feelings for another man, I can never, like, I've what? I'm 27 years old. I've never had that feeling for any other woman. Just only with a man. Like, because for me, it's not about, like, I mean, here's the thing. It is so easy, especially nowadays, to get the physical, you know, desire scratched. But when it comes to intimacy, that's a little bit different. Colonialism and native question beyond compare. The Durban strategy and lawfare. Ooh, this is good. And it's just 3 pages. Nice. And I download. Palestinians and the political allies have been successful in maintaining the delegitimacy came against Israel. Particularly... So I can't even pull up videos because that's going to pull the channel. Listen, if you're... gay, can... I mean, like here, look here. My channel is a safe space as long as you don't like go like say anything out of hand or like crazy. Like it's open. Like I don't care. We can disagree. That's fine. My thing is this. It's an immutable characteristic where we can't really control it. I don't know if it's just living this up be prohibitive. I mean, okay, if you're attracted to men and gay can change. Although I think it's wrong to act on those desires, I can change you. It's not really just of like, oh my god, I want to have sex with an individual. I would find it not only offensive, but I would find it wrong to be with a woman because I could not be the partner that woman needs. Like, you get what I mean? Because like, it'd be wrong for me to use her just for sexual gratification, just to have children for the sake of having children, and also being in a relationship where I am physically incapable of, you know, meeting her needs and desires. I just can't do it. With a male, I can, and that's not by choice. You know, I do recommend you avoid it doing you know what with men. I mean, like the thing is this. I got friends, okay? I have had a lot of friends in college that participated in like, you know, parties. Here's the thing. Straights and gays and everyone was participating in it. I have seen healthy gay relations and couples that have lasted for more than 10 plus years. And I've also seen unhealthy straight couples, but neither is an indication of either. I mean, in my opinion, I would say honestly, the gay divorce rate is 2% compared to the heterosexual divorce rate, which is like 50%. I'd say we're killing it. I hear what you're saying, but you may not be able to agree, but at least try to see what I'm trying to explain in regards to the fact that it's like, it's just more about than sex. Nevertheless, the Palestinians and their political allies have delegitimizing. The Durban Conference crystallizes the red-green alliance between radical leftism and Islamists, sharing hostility towards Israel. This alliance is through the spearhead of delegitimizing Israel as an apartheid regime through internal isolationism. This approach, dubbed the Durban strategy... Okay, hold on, I need to write this down. Or copy and paste it. I'm gonna go here. I really should save some of these PDFs, but you know we are far beyond that point. We'll go here. The Durban strategy and lawfare. Okay. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Then we make sure it's not bold. Obviously. Okay. Alright, so cool. Alright, obviously normative considerations are not prominent for the dictatorship that condemns automatic The Goldstein report is a typical product by the worst. Israel's also boycott limited success. A number of artists have refused to exhibit or play in Israel. See, here's the thing. Another growing is the phenomenon of lawfare. Anti-Israeli groups have exploited the legal system of the West to criminalize Israel. Senior IDF officials have war crimes. Several states have been sensitive to this issue and have talked. Spain not okay. Isolationism. Cause I type in apartheid. Okay, seeks to delegitimize. See how it closes that off. Lawfare. Several states have been sensitive to this issue and have taken legislative action. This is particularly true, such as the borders. Others, such as Spain, have not. Copy and paste this one into there. To a large extent, are fortunate to link and growing weakness of the United States. Somewhat hard at times, as well as a concern. Why is there isolationist discord? Obviously, Israel is not a normal country, but in terms of moreover, Jews are historically conditioned to sense isolation and delegitimization. Already in the Bible. Hey, Korag, if you're still here, already in the Bible, the prophet Bilam claimed that the Jewish nation, a people that dwells alone, called the Jewish nation a people that dwells alone. The Jewish prism is on the isolation. International relation can amplify the sense of isolation. Has gradually become less central to. Do you know about this? I understand that what you're saying. Okay, yeah, that's all I asked for. My belief is my faith, and I would never say you should be with a woman you don't love, but my belief on the same gender relation is the same, that there are societal issues with two. You know, I think this is interesting, like, modern. Do you live in America? Just out of curiosity. Because over here in the West, in regards to America, in regards to relationships, religion, marriage has evolved over time. One argument I don't like with individuals that are, like, religious on the right, they argue that marriage has always been the same between a man and a woman, but it hasn't. And not necessarily with the man and the woman part, but in the sense of duty and obligation. Back then, it was a sense of duty and obligation. You had to marry. You had to do this. And you didn't have a choice. Like, both man and woman, it was not your choice. You had to, like, your parents said you are marrying this other person. You are producing kids with this other person. That's why I think that everything kind of... I'm not familiar with that verse off the top of my head. Okay, no worries. Nevertheless, since the normalcy becoming a nation like others has been a Zionist dream, not Israelis, they're not bashful. I think that was an okay article, but still an article nonetheless. So here's the thing. I am reading, but I'm not going to analyze it. I'm saving that for tonight. I'm in America. Yeah, same here. Yeah, so I mean, like, you can kind of see this, and I've been seeing this, that people are marrying not out of religious obligations, but out of, like, they love each other. And that's why I would argue that, like, that's why divorces are going up, because people fall out of love all the time. I thank God I have forever access to this organization. Woo! We got some good stuff here. Settler colonialism. What is the problem with settler colonialism? For example, it is the strongest. What is it says? It is applied to societies that saw settlers overwhelm 2 to 3% of the population. In some countries, resistance strategy differ as well. The concept of settler colonialism is there compared to different ratios. Apart. Because I just want to see what he says about this. No. Here it is. I apply here. In what ways does it offer a useful is the concept of Israel state officials and its supporters overseas invoke the notion of singling out as a problem analysis. They do not necessarily reject all criticism of government policies, but they explain away the results as if it's difficult to answer. Let's start with 1948. Cottonmouth Cottonmouth, welcome to the chat. Israel's whatever it wants to be. If they don't... Okay, hey. Would you align with more on the right in regards to that? I don't necessarily say, like... Each country has its own right, but my thing is that what I'm trying to figure out is, like, is it an apartheid state? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Cottonmouth, what would you say? You know, it's interesting. I'm actually, like... Before I got on Twitch, I was nervous that I... Wait, here, give me a second. I identified more on the right. And you know what? I just realized something. Yeah. Alright, I fixed it. Year sub. The Jewish side managed to acquire large communities and evict many Palestinians who resided there, sending them to areas under control of Arab forces. It was a messy outcome, but no difference. Circumstances. Turkey and Greece has the similarities between all point out by the mainstream version of history are real enough, but there are three crucial differences making the case of Nakba distinctive. The Nakba involved the displacement of indigenous people by recently arriving immigrants, equally indigenous. Nakba affected almost exclusively one side. For every Jew in Palestine displaced in war, there were hundreds of Palestinians. In other cases of disproportionate, Jews were indeed displaced from other Arab countries, but not by Palestinians. The Nakba saw the displacement of 80% of the Arab population residing in what became Israel, and their replacement by Jewish immigrants on the east. Alright, hey, calm out. Calm out. I appreciate you coming on. Please, 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 for the love of God, reword things differently so I don't get in trouble. That's all I ask. You can say whatever you want here. It's cool. And just keep in mind, like, Twitch and whatever the powers may be, they will punish, like, they can punish people. Sorry, give me 1 second. I can't even... There we go. I mean, with the 7-day, well, 6-day war, 7-day war, I mean, time and time again, Israel has had the comparative advantage. But in the article recently about lawfare, they are trying to use that way to delegitimize Israel. This was not a coincidence, a series of fortunate events. Okay, what's this called? What's this book about? Racism after apartheid, challenges of Marxism and anti-racism. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. Israel has the backing of the United States, has all these other sort of comparative advantages in regards to, like, Hamas, PIJ, all these other organizations. They are not going to be able to compete with Israel. And they never will. Copy, paste. You know, I keep saying this to people that that disagree with me. I keep telling them that, like, look, America, activism here is trending. At some point, people are going to stop caring. And unfortunately, they already are stop caring. Because haven't you noticed? Wait. I don't know if you noticed this, but the protesters are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Putting this all together, let's just copy and paste this. Let's look at this and research this at another time. Copy. Paste. Jewish settlement project in Palestine. The outnumbered Jews. I mean, here's the thing: is like Israel has the comparative advantage in regards to troop strength and everything. That now, when it comes to unconventional insurgent warfare, the goal is not to eradicate. The goal is to delegitimize. And in the other articles, they are trying their best in the international community. It has had some success. I mean, here's the thing: this is like kind of, I've heard some things about TikTok. If this TikTok ban goes through, it might hit them back. Because, like, they're having more success in regards to, like, spreading awareness on TikTok. Because it's a lot better for them. When it comes to Meta, I mean, you saw it. Like, Meta is going to ban the word Zionist as a slur. It's not going to work. Israel has quality over quality. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, yeah, no. I mean, they got both. They have both. And look, as long as you got the United States behind your back, you got everything. Since the beginning... Tenants were not allowed to stay, nor were Palestinians accepted as... The motivation behind has nothing to do with security, rather than the goal was to project and was to build up a society in which Jews could be in control of their own affairs, overcoming their status elsewhere as a minority. Ooh, okay, this is a disagreement article. This is good. I need this. I need these articles. So, Cottonmouth, would you argue that Israel is not an apartheid state? Just out of curiosity. Zionist labor, resistance, you know, it's just gonna... Here. Apartheid is a concept of greater relevance captured by the power relations and conflict over other relations. The definition of apartheid in the Rome State of International Criminal Court is an institutionalized regime of systematic oppression and domination of one group or other. Applies to two key features set Israel apart from South Africa. The Israeli system is based on exclusion of indigenous people as the main products of labor, while South Africa apartheid was based on the exploration of black labor. The unique position of the Mizoram, a settler group of indigenous to the broader region which shares cultural background with Palestinians but has no common political consciousness with them, is without equivalent in South Africa. This system may be called apartheid by a special type to capture both similarities and the differences. The real challenge is not necessarily to find elegant terminology, but to fill it with concrete analysis and action. The political implications of this analysis are of particular concern. Thank you. This is the good stuff. We got the juicy stuff here. It's good stuff right here. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I invested a lot of money into Johns Hopkins. I'm going to do this. If I ran, I would keep below 20% in Israel, if not lower. Oh, okay. That's your opinion. If anyone else disagrees, you know, chat's open. I would, like, here's the thing. I have not done my research in regards to that. Over here in America, depending on where you're from. I mean, I live in Los Angeles. Everyone chills and gets along well. Like, okay, like, Cottonmouth, what do you mean by that? Just out of curiosity. What are some characteristics? It's based on the insiders and Palestinian Arabs outsiders. It is usually distinction between Palestinian residents. The state is open to non-residents. It is based on blurring physical boundaries. At no points in the 7 years of existence have boundaries been fixed by law. Asymmetrical. Oh, I love this. Oh my god, this is so good right here. So this... Let's go over here. Copy. Paste. Clean these notes up. Watermark strikes again. In all these respects is less prone, at the same time is subject to contradictions. And the cleansing behind defeat of a dislocated Arab minority, no longer considered a major threat. This group is limited. Palestinian struggle against occupation in 1967 has suffered from factionalism, as well as the inability to forge alliances with activists inside the Green Line. General unity. The international scene is beginning to show signs of eroding support for the Israeli regime. It is not facing external military challenges, but some expressions of weaknesses are evident. Among them, solidarity is in place. This will rise. Let's just go down all the way. Apartheid Paradise, focus on historical. The challenge is to come up with a new synthesis to build. Okay. Self-explanatory. I mean, it's like, I hear you, man, but it's like, what do you mean by that? Like, can you give me evidence or like make the argument a little bit better? Like, do you know what I mean? Without a doubt, getting Israeli Jews involved in a joint struggle with Palestinians. The Israeli version of apartheid has been founded on the deployment of social and Jewish. All right, thank you. This is actually a good article. I love it. Probably be here for like no, we already read that. The campaign with a false charge of apartheid. 13 pages. Yes. Wait, did I already read this? Did I already take notes on this? Hold up. No, I did not. Wait. Okay. The campaign to... And we download. And we look. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Yeah, this is how I kind of like... I'm giving you the background on how to analyze. I mean, I'm pretty sure this individual that I'm disagreeing with is going to watch this, so I'm not going to give all traits to secrets, but I'm at least showing where I can get my stuff. The white supremacists have been utterly rejected by those in the apartheid system. If Israeli detractors can associate Jewish movement with self-determination, here's the comparison. It's been rejected. Israel is a multinational, and the Arab actively participates in. Copy. And I paste. Okay. The accusation is made. Jewish state proves on a part. Yet the accusers have not worded criticism against the liberal states to have Christians incorporating their flags, nor does Muslim states with half a crescent. For a Western state, Jewish and Muslim minorities to have Christmas as a national holiday is permissible, but for Israel to celebrate Passover as a national holiday, someone raised it. Weak argument. Zionism is the only national movement that has received explicit support and endorsement from the League of Nations. The real goal behind the apartheid campaign is the denial of the legitimacy of the state of Israel. It is always a dilemma for an individual or a nation how to react to the publication of a calumny. Calumny. By that definition, a calumny is a malicious misinterpretation of the facts. Have you ever been to like a strip club with females and enjoyed it? Dude, I have. I did not. I honestly, I felt bad for the woman. She was doing her best. She was like, you know, she did the best she could, but I'm like, no, not my thing. Thank you. You're beautiful, but this is not my thing. Like, Korg, like, have you been to one? If you have, that's illegal. If you have, like, that ain't cool. Attempt to smear Israel with abhorrent denomination. I believe Israel must be notwithstanding. International law blogs on proliferating in one organization has published 300-page treatise by prominent laws proving that Israel is applying apartheid. It can somehow, by analogy, associate the movement of self-determination with the comparison of South Africa and the white supremacist rule has been utterly rejected with the old apartheid system. No. Yeah, dude, okay, I'm like, again, like I told you from my initial statement, it's more than just about the physical intimacy. There's an emotional connection there. I have talks about this with my friend all the time. Like, even he says it's a bit different. Former deputy and anti responded in a report. He remarked that after he went through surgery, he noted that the doctors were both Arabs and Jews. What I saw inconceivable in South Africa. Copy. And I paste. In comparison, in contemporary South Africa, the false equivalation. Indeed, at the same time. Durban Conference. Okay, we need to look that up. History of the apartheid campaign in Israel. This resolution, widely condemned by Christian leaders as anti-Semitic. We must reject anti-Semitism just as much as when they is clothed differently. This resolution, the UN World Conference Against Racism, Racial Discrimination, held in Durban, South Africa, gave Israel's calamity new force in international circles. The declaration openly stated, we declare Israel a racist apartheid state in which Israel's brand of apartheid as a crime against humanity has been characterized by the separation, segregation, disposition, restricted land access, and the... Oh, okay, so that's why everyone... Stuff with Durban. Oh yeah, no, dude, 100%, dude, 100. You know, as a former teacher, I could never really understand that. Like, I see all these news about like all these adult female teachers getting it with their male students. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Cause I taught high schoolers and I taught middle schoolers. Oh my god, I went nuts. I felt like more of a big brother. Like, you know, let me teach you. Let me make sure when you get to the real world, you're gonna be safe. 2006 published his best-selling book, Palestine, Peace, Not Apartheid, although he wrote at the end of this book that is unlike South Africa. Has been defined. Copy. Paste. Oh, and I gotta clean these notes. Suffers from all internal strains and tensions that every immigrant society endures. The continuous security threats facing Israel as attention. Presence of Arab minority, cultural funds, the kings of it. No objective observers could claim. Open society is composed of 80% of the population, multiracial, multicolored. Arab minority actively participates in the process. Entries. Go here. Paste. Ruling. This thing is giving me a lot of good notes, and I love it. Although I wish the copy and paste would work well. It's not. If it's not too personal, yeah, no, you're fine, man. So I used to have a civilian job. That can kind of give you the hint. I used to have a civilian job as I used to work for Sugarfina. It was a candy company. I'm also a caretaker for my brother because he's special needs. And I am part-time. Okay. Again, I said the disclaimer in the beginning, and I'm going to say it one more time again. Everything you see here is my own personal opinion, not a reflection of the Department of Defense, the U.S. Army, the National Guard, no other organization or entity. These are all my personal political opinions, beliefs, and analysis. I have been in the National Guard. I've been in for a few years. I don't put that out there, not necessarily because I'm not supposed to talk about it. I have my First Amendment right as a citizen. I consulted some people about this, so, you know, I'm good. I have my First Amendment right. The thing is that I don't talk about it, not necessarily because, I'm super secretive. That's not why I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it because there's so many influencers that come on, like, they get on here and they'll do stuff in uniform, and it's like you would not be able to hack it as a content creator, so you put the uniform on and then that's how you get away with it. I don't like that, but that's what I do. I have all this stuff. I also, like, I'm also a musician. I sing. I do that on the side. Just, you know, spare change every once in a while. Fun. I like it. The law prohibiting discrimination in public places has been interpreted broadly. The accusation that since Israel is in a Jewish state is apartheid. Oh, actually, this guy might argue that, so let's read it through. The accusation is Mary Faye that Israel is considered a Jewish state proves an apartheid-like situation. One website that writes that is apartheid began and is rooted in colonial Jewish state. Is that often repeated racism? The authors. Needless to say, that none of the accusation is form as apartheid is never held. It is the League of Nations that approved the mandate for Palestine with its ringing preamble, whereas recognition is thereby Palestine. The mandate, interestingly, is also called on to facilitate Jewish immigration. Peace process is a form of apartheid. Oh yeah, that's new stuff all the time. Another track to try and associate Chomsky wrote. Let's track this. You know, I think this is good. This is gonna be really good. Do you know them? Sorry. Oh, dude, this is perfect, actually. Hold up now. Oh, no, dude. Okay. That was a crap show. Dude, like, if you're gonna do that, you need to moderate. Okay, like, there are certain... Look, I do not like it. I do not like it. I do not like that politics, religion, like, you cannot have a civil discussion. You need to be like, moderator, because everyone's yelling and screaming. Dude, Lex Friedman should have got in there and stopped it the second people started yelling at each other. He didn't. I did not like that. That's why I don't like Jubilee. Because every time when they get on there, they're gonna let them talk and yell just for the sake of like, oh, I need some clips. I need some clips on my social media. And I will say this though, the second you start throwing ad hominems, I'm gonna ignore you. Like if you start insulting, I used to be an activist for 4 years. The second you start insulting me, that's how I know you don't know anything. Did you watch it? Okay, hold up. This article is really, really good. Great article. Please read this to prepare. Because it's got some good stuff. Peace process. Wall. This is all juicy right here. Occupied territories. Copy. Oh no. Come on. Bloop. And my friend texted me. Hold up. Yep. Okay, man, this article's good. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. How many pages I got? I got 8 pages of notes. So I probably get to around like 30 pages of notes, so when we hit 30 pages, boom. I've seen a lot of it, but not all of it, I think. Dude, I'm not even, like, from even the short clips that I saw, I'm like, bro, this was not a debate. Even Destiny said it himself on his stream, where he just flat out admitted that most of his debate prep got thrown away. I think he like, yeah, I'll check him out. Thanks for the recommendation, man. So I'm gonna text my friend right now. Is that it? Oh my god, 638, Jesus Christ. Bloop. And a bloop. And a bloop. Then we go down here. Okay, here we go. Cool. Anthropology and American Studies. Okay. Work of comparison. I really should make a Discord server. Oh my god. What about this one? This looks good. Hardly the Zionist leaders declare support peace in Israel. Crossing the Rubicon. This looks interesting. When did you start streaming and why? So I started streaming a few weeks ago. So I graduated Johns Hopkins University. So I actually have panels about this. So I graduated Johns Hopkins University with my master's in government, interest in defense studies. And I really, really wanted to put my degree to good use. And I got into content creating, so I started writing articles. Then the articles kicked off, and then I started to do TikTok and Instagram. Then that blew up, and now I'm on Twitch, and this is starting to slowly build tension. This is slowly building up, and I'm just in it to put my degree to good use, man. Honestly. Hold up, my other work. I mean, this looks... That the occupation is temporal. I mean, this is gonna be a good one, but... Currently, right now, I need articles in regards to apartheid. I'm gonna give it one more. I'm gonna type in Israel and apartheid and see what happens. I got most of the articles I need from Jay Sitar. If I don't got that, apartheid. I don't think I got this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. I'm gonna get some water and some tea. I need some tea. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll be back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And man, you know, I appreciate everyone's patience. Oh my god, you know. I went to the bathroom. I have my throat coat tea, so I am not sponsored. I don't have a sponsor yet, but this tea right here, it's so good. Throat coat. What took so long? I had to use the bathroom. I did not have enough veggies in my diet. If you can catch what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Eat your vegetables. But yeah, throat coat takes the longest. So, as someone who sings on the side as one of my gigs, throat coat has been the best. Not the best smelling, but it's been the best. Let's get back into it. Oh, I gotta download this? Oh, this is crap. Alright. The attempt to equate... Alright, so let me just save these notesy notes. So here's the thing. I'm probably gonna hit up to a few more articles, and then once I hit a few more articles, what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna watch some TikTok reacts. We're also gonna watch some YouTube, get some information, hear some counter arguments, and then we'll see where we go from there. Apartheid. Let me just go click here. And go here. Best tasting pizza chain. Let's go on a side note. Is this it? No. No. Oh, here. Giordano's. Giordano Pizza. Oh my god, let me tell you. When I visited Chicago for the first time, I went to Giordano's. Oh, it's so good. Chicago deep dish pizza. Oh, it was amazing. Kill it. By the way, what's your opinion on What's yours? Out of curiosity. New York. Okay, hold up. I like deep dish, dude. I fucking love cheese. I love it. Also, is it weird to like ranch on pizza? No. People have different tastes. I mean, dude, like, I'm Asian, okay? Like, I've had anything and everything. You name it. Balut, because you know I'm Filipino. A duck blood. I've had intestine. I don't think of what else I had. I like duck blood. I don't know. Duck blood soup is a really good one. Domino's is good too. I feel like Domino's is like, it's like that hangover pizza. You better not be drinking. Hangover pizza. The attempt to equate Israel with apartheid is a little more than name calling. The conflict is asymmetrical, is easy, sloppy, thinking to label, transfer. Is the contrast between what bears little resemblance. Apartheid is originally dominated by one group over the other. Papa John, yeah, you know, Papa John's is good. I used to be addicted to that. No, Pizza Hut. So back then I used to be addicted to Pizza Hut. Man, that was good. Especially the stuffed crust. Oof. That's why I like Giordano's. Apartheid is the funnest. Minority. Legal and structural prohibitions against interracial marriage. In 1970s, coalition of Arab states and their allies began to equate Zionism with apartheidism. This charge labeling as apartheid state was even considered to be true because Israel is a Jewish state and therefore apartheid-like. Yet this coalition is silent with respect to Christian or Muslim states. It has been clear that the apartheid campaign against is designed to deny its legitimacy, and this is a big one because in unconventional warfare, the goal is to delegitimize the counterinsurgent forces. So, this was my master's program. So, in regards to this context, there we go. In regards to this context, what we're looking at is Israel and then H group. I have to say H group because Twitch terms of service is violating if you discuss, terrorist organizations. So H group is, insurgent. Israel counterinsurgent. So the goal is to delegitimize that force, and they've been doing a decent job so far. However, currently at the moment, things are being interesting right now. I do see former President Trump becoming President Trump again. And more than likely what will probably end up happening is that Israel's probably going to get the green light to go into Rafah. I mean, they're already going into Rafah right now, as far as I'm tracking. Along with the Allies, has an easy majority in the UN were able to pass a resolution defining Zionism as a form of racism. The resolution was rescinded in 1991, but the poisonous seed had been planted. Zionism is a political movement concerned. It is not concerned with the race. It is a little more. Zionism says nothing about Palestine and God-given rights. Following. Discrimination must be racial. Discrimination is institutionalized. It's not about racial separation. It's the differences about land right and occupation. Copy. Well, this is an interesting take. Scholars and lay people alike easily fall prey to language unstable. Words like apartheid acquire meaning from presumptions and original arguments that constitute the meaning of the term. Human beings interact and communicate quite efficiently, but their interaction can be spoiled or distracted by imbalanced social forces. And this requests to change political contexts. So, for example, apartheid is a system of institutionalized racial segregation, a concept that must be present. In South Africa, apartheid meant state-sponsored legal separation of public facilities. Transferring semantics, the concept of apartheid is labeled with meanings that have been constructed under particular meaning of the word. I am somewhat of a judge when it comes to like a debate club, debate team. One of my close friends, he runs it. Man, I gotta tell you, like, this is the work you gotta do. You gotta like research and read everything. The problem is that some of these kids, like, these were children. Some of these students did not come in prepared. I'm just telling you right now, they not the best. Those who argue that language is a bloodless instruction, determining the meaning can make it decently. But that does not mean there's a license. Language is not a victim of osmosis. This is one of the reasons why concept does not apply to Israel. The word is primarily used as an attack woman designed to equate a negative. So Africa, language is used for more than piece of language, semantics. Leaving Israel as an apartheid state is a consequence. I'm just waiting for this tea to cool down, so once I can drink it, ooh, hot. Once this tea cools down and I can drink more of it, we can be more into business. Yay. Scholars and lay people must remain vigilant with respect to the defensible. My arguments above have grounded. God damn, look at this. Get over it. Israel's not an apartheid state. Oof, just coming out the bat like that. Okay, next. I like watermelon. Really? Is it like more of the texture or the taste? I like watermelon. I kind of like cantaloupe. Kind of. Rethinking the... Journal article. Oh, 2 pages. We can work with that. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Fun fact. I'm learning languages. Eat sigua. Hold up. Watermelon slang Chinese. So this is slang for eating watermelons, like you like gossip. Yeah. 吃西瓜 something. Because this is, yeah. A crowd of people eating watermelon. Oh, represents. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Oh, is that red? 吃瓜昆众. Oh, whatever. It means I like gossip. With Chinese slang, you gotta know the backstory behind it. Okay. Israel and apartheid slander. I'm collecting my notes. Go over here. What is your all-time favorite food, Corey? That's what I want to know. Here we go. Led the U.S. into allegations of war crimes during Israel's winter operation. The Palestinian Authority's request of the full has put any hope of a two-state solution under increasing pressure. The need for reconciliation, one particular assumptions, is a surfacing again of Israel's pursuit of apartheid policies. While apartheid can have a broader meaning, its use to evoked is unfair. I know all too well the cruelty of South Africa's born whites only, in assessing the accusation that Israel is pursuant to apartheid policies, which are defined primarily race, is extinguished between the situation where Arabs are citizens and in the West Bank. In Israel, there is no apartheid. Nothing comes from close to the definition of apartheid. To be sure, there is more de facto is more complex, but here there is no. Okay, I guess that's it. Short article. That's what you get. Nice, straight to the point. I love it. Word crimes. Ooh. I love that term, word crimes. I love it. Indiana Press. Wait, hold up. Okay, how many articles I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got 6 from J Sitar. Let's go here. I'm not reading that book. Much analysis of apartheid focuses on the comparisons of South Africa. Racial violence is enshrined in Israel's institution, though Israel's continue to resist the rhetoric of apartheid is unmistakable. What exactly is apartheid? How do I understand it? So let's click here. What does this lead to? Ah, damn. No, go away. Colonial roots of apartheid. Physical faces of apartheid. So this is a pro-Israel as an apartheid state. PhD has doctoral research in the humanitarian response, world community, peace. Okay. All right, this is going to be another article we'll use. Beyond South Africa. Beep, beep. Go here. Got my notes ready. Okay. Apartheid is a complex. The roots of apartheid are colonial. Europeans have long used apartheid practice to devastate the indigenous people it colonized. Modern apartheid systems like South Africa and Israel have evolved from historical practices and. Copy and paste. Given Israelis' strong support to South Africa and stark similarities between South Africa's apartheid policies, it is understandable that South Africa's experienced grounds analysis of Israel's occupation of Palestine. Anti-apartheid activists replicate tactics No similarities and shared histories between Israel and Sweden exist. Over-reliance on the comparisons may prevent a full appreciation for Israel's apartheid. Notable differences include the role of agency of indigenous labor. While South Africa was and continues to depend on black labor, although Israel is less dependent on Palestinian labor, settlement construction continues to be significant employers for Palestinians. However, because settlements do not constitute a key generator of Israeli income, it is difficult to envision how settlement labor might pose a threat to Israel. Copy and paste. Another difference is the political dialogues and agreements between Afrikaners and anti-apartheid leaders that concluded to the end of apartheid policies. In the case of Palestine, the clear outcome security coordination, President Abbas said he will handle the realities. Further, in the case of South Africa, international community came to extreme investigation. In Palestine, the international community appears ready to support statehood without any serious contention of Israel's apartheid. Oh, here it is. South Africa's key include: in Israel today, apartheid thrives through sophisticated bureaucrat market institutionals superior to those of South Africa's apartheid era. It also receives unprecedented subsidies in the form of U.S. and humanitarian aid. Copy. I propose 3 dimensions for a more comprehensive understanding of apartheid: physical, architectural, and ideological. The physical faces of apartheid are those intimate elements ready to measurable. They come in the form of violence and physical destruction and... These physical elements enact the violence known lives. The architecture is refers to the regulation. These legitimate... including... It cuts... Copy. Much is known about the ideologies and isms. Clear picture of shaping the Israeli imagination. Beyond fear, might drive Israelis to the sea, though no Palestinian is ever known to have done so. Rather than the hundreds of thousands of Palestinians expelled by founding militias, many were pushed to the sea and forced to leave Palestine by boat. Ideology permits victims of ethnic cleansing to inflict the same horrors upon other people. Ideology allows Arabs to be blamed for the persistent Palestinian refugee problem. Ideology dehumanizes. This is a good article. I like this. Approach it to because my debate is just like, is Israel an apartheid state? How often do I stream? So Cork, I stream today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow and Thursday I'll be streaming at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. In general, I was streaming every day, but I am moving. And I am going to be in training. I'm moving to Oklahoma. I will be busy Monday through Friday. So, just giving everybody the heads up. I will be a weekend streamer. I'll try to stream whenever I can. Saturdays and Sundays is what I'm going to be streaming starting as of next weekish. I will be streaming on the weekends in regards to like maybe 2 to 3 hours of streams. And this one's going to be a 2.5 hour stream. Or more, because this is a lot. But yeah, I mean, I stream whenever I can. I mean, like, my schedule's up there. I'm gonna let everybody know ahead of time. I also have TikTok. So if you aren't here, here's my TikTok. Well, come on back. Here's my TikTok. Why is this video still growing? God dang. So, okay, this video I just said Aaron Bushnell's not a hero, and apparently that was controversial. I don't know why. I do not know why that is controversial, but it is. Oh my god, where the hell did it go? Where did I go? Oh, here it is. Next. Google Scholar isn't the best, but it is something. I'm gonna give... I try to stream as much as I can. Enjoy Apartheid Alliance. We got a lot of articles we can read from. I love it. I do not see anything here. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, it's a review. Never mind. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna work. So we're bumping into the pro-Palestine stuff. See, he's like, I am fair. Like, I am going to be fair. I'm not just going to be here like, oh, you know, I mean, I do have my biases. I am going to argue that it isn't. I mean, I came in here to the stream saying like, oh, it isn't, but I'm seeing it's a little more complicated. Because, I mean, they're not just flat out arguing like... So, in the research that I've done so far, I mean, I haven't done the analysis. I'm just gathering all the facts and gathering the information. From the looks of it, it looks like they're not necessarily... They're trying to argue that Palestinian apartheid is completely separate and unique from Israeli apartheid. Which is good to know. This essay explores the suitability of the rights examined by South African analogy itself and the relevance of the anti-apartheid model to the three main components of the Palestinian refugee. The refugees, the occupied territories, and the citizens of Israel. Comparisons have long drawn... Okay, well, hold on, wait. Let me write this down. What's this article called? I copy, I paste. Comparisons have long been drawn between the apartheid regime. Specifically, the analogy suggests to many that the most visible in the rights discord, which suggesting in creating worldwide solidarity, not significant role. It is the contention of this essay that the South Africa-Israel analogy should be pursued with caution. While the analogy is powerful and allows us to see aspects that remain hidden, like all analogies, it tends to hide other aspects of the same reality. The real subject of the essay is the rights discourse. The potential and limitations and the questions, context to clarify these issues is not necessarily a revisit to the analogy. Although the rights discourse can mean many things, I use it to refer to a discourse, this belief. The rights discourse. I should point out I do not describe. Okay, this is just a disclaimer. Here we go. For someone who's followed the struggle of South Africa and blacks so far, the struggle could have been seen from a aesthetic field. The demands clear-cut and neat. Articulated with clarity, it was easy to grasp the symmetry that struggled to achieve, where all South Africans would share the same basic rights. By showing the whole, one can see what is missing. The absence of right within the community became clear and concrete and flame and invisible. So this obviously is a pro-Palestine one, but it's interesting. Where it's like, okay, we need to be careful with our terms because it is completely different than what's actually going on. At the heart of apartheid lies the concept of exclusion, but in order to exclude something, it is necessary to imagine the possibility of inclusion. Apartheid, which means put apart as separate, presumes the opposite, that only one can be put apart. Apartheid as a concept becomes thinkable only against the background of a certain unity. A common frame. Simplifying the case, South Africans, at least leading up to, has become increasingly the struggle of the black... That the apartheid model has a relevance in Palestine is clear given basic similarities. At the same time, the differences, situations, thus defining the feature of the Palestinian case. In contrast, is fragmentation. The Palestinian experience has so many different facets that it is impossible to subsume under a single term like apartheid. The most obvious aspect of this fragmentation is the fact that Palestinians today form three separate groups. I want to get to the last one because I think the last one's going to serve best for my arguments. It is tempting to compare South Africa's case to that of Palestinians who lived inside Israel, who are Israeli citizens and who constitute about 20% of the Israeli population. The fact that Israel is defined as a political entity governed by law within the borders that are internationally recognized means that there is a flame in which talks of apartheid become possible and meaningful. In a sense, Israeli legal system has a unity in the form of the wholeness against which the pulling apart can be envisaged. It is not my purpose to catalog the comprehensive... No, not a single. On the other hand, as mentioned, Palestinians in Israel, because they constitute a minority, not a majority, have been given a measure of political participation over the South African blacks under apartheid and never had. Palestinians citizens enjoy in general elections, elected their own representatives to the Knesset, and enjoy some freedom of expression, civil rights. In recent years, there has been an increase in political court. This process does not reveal structural changes, though legal form has been present. Wasn't until 1995 that the Oslo Accords was a case brought to such blatant discriminatory policy. Went unchallenged for so many years. On another level, it could be argued that the delay in shows the Palestinians do not see themselves as merely being discriminated, but much worse, as being outside the system. In a sense, the rhetoric of anti-discrimination that gained currency in the 1970s was re-articulated in the 1990s. A state for, under the slogan, Israel, a state for all its citizens, was actually a sign that the Palestinians were reconciling themselves into the existence of the state, an indication that the Palestinian minority had begun to take Israeli seriously. During the 1990s and 80s, they emerged, but the continue mentioned above. Weakening the fragmentation, where Israeli Palestinians had held demonstration protests by territories after the outbreak. Despite the parallels that exist, it is important, in contrast to South Africa, was no. Besides the absence of clarity, there is a second frame that's serious. Whereas South Africa, all consider themselves South African, situation is far more ambiguous. It's the we. It is not beyond. Okay, this is actually a good article. I like it. See, this is where we get the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This. The rights and discourse. Okay. I mean, this is a really good article. I've been liking some of the research that I've done so far. I'd say it's been pretty decent as of late. We got 11 pages. We got 11 pages of notes to dissect, to analyze. I think we're going to be in a good position, although, you know, here's the thing. In debates, sometimes you'll like have gaps in your knowledge, which is normal. It's fine. I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to look it up. Now, we are going... Now let's go to some low-tiered arguments. Israel is an apartheid state. That's
In front what I like to call the ugly occupation decoration. This is a water tank, and it only exists on rooftops in the occupied West Bank. Why is it only on the Palestinians' rooftop? Well, simply because it's the National Water Company with a system.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's have go Twitter arguments. Mekora. Okay, so hold up. Let's see if we can get the. Okay, I saw the Star Wars trending acolyte. It did not look good. It didn't. I was like, no, this is not my. This is not it, Chief. This is not it, Chief. Okay, we're just gonna click on this. We're gonna go copy and paste it into our notes argument, and we will take notes.
Only exist on rooftops in the occupied West Bank. Why is it only on the Palestinians' rooftops? Well, simply because Israelis are spoiling themselves with a system called Mekarut. It's an Israeli national water company. And that company provides water from the source and only to Israeli houses. Yes, they get unlimited water supply. But over here, Palestinian communities suffer from water shortage due to lack of access to local water grid. This has caused an average water consumption of only 90.5 liters per. Look how cute they are. They come so many colors. There are no order to survive those other days. Palestinians have to store water. In the lands of 48, there are no water restrictions or water tanks, so you cannot see them. Look how cute they are. They come so many. Potato supply up to a week. Alhamdulillah. There really is no aspect of life.
Israel controls all aspects of life. Israel controls. Okay, that's one. Probably get like 10 Twitter. I'll probably do like 10 Twitter. See, when I see basic crap. Oh my god. Oh, hold up. Let's go back over here. I have to stop it because one of the reasons what's gonna. Wait, what? Streamer Awards 2024. What you can change? You also have a 10. Oh, thank you. 10-minute opening. Oof. Got 2. Prep for that. I was like, wait, what? What is this? Welcome to the stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, what you can change. His channel's been awesome. We've been good friends. We've been chatting up. It's been really awesome getting to know him. So I'm switching it over to live because what's gonna end up happening? I have to be super careful. What's gonna end up happening? Because if you saw something like if you saw like dead individuals, that's a violation. They're gonna pull the channel. Explain what it's like to be in Palestine illegally. The problem is you could fake most of the stuff. Like, here's the thing. On Twitter, like, here's Twitter, like, you could have, like, pornography. You could have dead people. You could have all this other stuff. The problem is that... Hilarious. So, can't speak Hebrew. Now it's just repeating the same video. But I'm hoping... Hey, thank you for making it to the chat, man. I really appreciate it. 9 out of 10 people in Gaza. It's forced starvation. Oh, my God. I get... Alright, yeah, okay, thank God I switched it to live because someone's getting executed. Oh my god. I'm not saying oh my god because someone's getting executed. I'm just saying oh my god because it's like, bruh, if I kept this on Twitch, I would have lost it. I finished the treatment at my dentist. I'm told I'm an ex. The people are writing. He was writing and then told me to open. What is this?
The apartheid. We have flown in to the center.
Okay, this one's good.
To showcase the segregation firsthand.
As part of Israel's apartheid, there are only Jewish synagogues.
As part of Israel's apartheid, Arabs are not allowed to own businesses.
Oh! Oh, whoa. So, that's interesting. So if you're not aware, that song is a Palestinian song, but apparently it sounds like they changed it. I don't know.
Is only for Jews.
In the Jewish Hebrew language, leaving Arab.
I think this might be strawman's. I'm not gonna argue strawman. Jewish predominant language, integration of other Arabs within society. Yeah, because here's the thing. When individuals argue, so from what I've seen so far, when you argue that Israel is an apartheid state, you're kind of like left to trap, because if you say it's like South Africa, well, that's not the case. From some of the, and if you were on stream earlier, you saw it yourself, that some of the individuals that are pro-Palestine are actually arguing stop saying like that, because the situation is completely different.
Arabs to blindlessly wander the streets.
Okay, go here. Oh, hold up. Now I'm going back to starting screen. Israel's... here's the thing, it's like... people dying. My focus is in my tweets. I linked to human rights studies. Them. Is it a disgrace by Scotland stand up to racism and once again allow Zionists to march with them in Scotland? Well, see, at least with TikTok, I can actually, hold up. Israel is apart. At least here's the thing. At least with TikTok, they do a decent job where they don't. Let's go back. Let's open this up. What you can change? How you doing, man? I got a lot of notes.
Israel is an apartheid state.
Hi, I'm Mr. Daniel, and this is my friend, the purple-haired girl. She's not a bad person, but she's been radicalized to become a raging Jew hater, and we want to help her.
I don't need your Zionist help. I just want to free Palestine from Israeli apartheid.
So, I mean, I don't like videos like this, but
Do
you know what?
apartheid means, purple-haired girl?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, it means two different sets of laws for different races.
That's right, purple-haired girl.
See, this is why I read articles that are of substance, because what I don't want is I end up making straw men like this.
Israel doesn't have apartheid. 20% of Israel is they can vote, hold with Israel. It's because they don't.
And here's the thing, if you argue that it is an apartheid state, you kind of like box yourself into this position. No. Okay, Amnesty International. They might have something that's good. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Palestinian families, a neighborhood began protesting against victim. The events were a public violation, a grave violation, turned the system. It has since been adopted by the international condemned criminalized practices where they occur. The crime against apartheid. You see, here's my thing. It's like, one of the difficulties is like, whatever. I'm not gonna save all my eggs in my basket. Why is enmity against apartheid? Is not acceptable anywhere in the world, so why is it acceptable against Palestinians? Human rights have long sided, yet governments with responsible to do something have refused to take hold. Instead, they have behind the Morbin peace agreement at the expense of humanitarian rights. Amnesty is calling the international. Since the establishment of Israel in 1948, I've done the following. Disposition, land segregation, life under apartheid, demolitions, forced evictions. I mean, this is more ethnic cleansing rather than apartheid. Family love, under siege. 2 million, the Gaza Strip, legal blockade. Dismantling the system. Okay, this is interesting. Israeli authorities have long international failure to hold Israel to account means Palestinians are suffering every day. It's time to speak up, stand with the Palestinians, and tell Israel that we will not tolerate apartheid. For decades, Palestinians have called for an end to oppression they live under. All too often, they pay the price for standing with rights, and they've long called others of the world to help them. Let this be the beginning of an end to Israel's apartheid against Palestinians. Join right. Let's go here. I knew. Can't see it. Nope. If you just joined on the stream, welcome. This is actually one of my longest streams. I'm seeing the same thing. It's not a common. As noted. You know what? Here, let's actually go here. ICJ, South Africa. Because if they said something, they might have something. Because they made an application. Press release, press release, press release. Okay, oral proceedings, here we go. Verbatim record. Yes, I am a human. I hate when it does this. I'm not a bot. Okay, who is it? Okay, this is South Africa. Apartheid. Really? They only say it 2 times? What? On both sides of the green line. Oh my god. That's it. God dang it. Okay, maybe written. Written. It's probably under the written. When was this? They only mentioned it 2 times? You gotta be kidding me. Ridiculous is what I say. Okay, is this one Israel's? I think this one's Israel's. Judge ad hoc presents a par. Really? Sorry, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Important call. Apologies. I need to have my phone on. I am so surprised. What you can change? Are you on here? I'll give it a minute. But what you can change if you're on here? Why is it? Idiots, I tell you. Okay, maybe they might have said something. Israel ICJ case. Go away. I need to see what they said. Observations of the state of Israel. Press release, summary. Dissenting. Verbatim. Press release. Oh, wow. This is all of it. Damn. Verbatim record. This might be them. Government of South Africa. Apart. It's only mentioned once? Okay. Israel is an apartheid state. Let's work our way backwards. Was this one? I think I saw this one. This is a good one. Let's watch it.
In London, emails in,
I'm gonna take some
and
notes.
this is to Diana. She says, as a Palestinian living in Israel today, please can Diana explain to us, is Israel practicing apartheid within Israel itself? If so, how? Why is it important to people to understand this? Can Israel be both a democracy and an apartheid state?
It's not a democracy. It's an apartheid state. That's the whole point. Is it practicing apartheid? Absolutely. And I can just give you a couple of very quick examples of how that system of apartheid takes shape. Now, people oftentimes, when they think of apartheid, they think of apartheid in South Africa. And they think of the very stark example of signs where it says roads for whites only or bathrooms for whites only. That's not the system of apartheid that exists here. It's actually worse here because it is so part of society and ingrained in society and ingrained in the structures of society. For example, there are places I'm a Palestinian who holds Israeli citizenship. And there are places in the country that I am barred from living in because I am not Jewish. And it's not just some places, but there's a lot of places. On top of that, in some places where I am technically allowed to live, there is a law, and this is a law that has been upheld as being valid by the Israeli Supreme Court. There's a law in the books that says that if a community is of a certain size, that community can decide whether I am suitable enough to be living in their midst. So in addition to the actual land that I cannot buy because I'm not Jewish, there are places that I'm not allowed to live because I may be deemed to be unacceptable by the community that is in place there. In addition to those two very simple laws that I'm talking about, I can also tell you the story about my family and how the system of apartheid has taken shape for them. My late father was born in the city of Nazareth, but raised in the neighboring town of El-Mjadin, which is about 1.5 kilometers.
I can't work with the hypotheticals. Personalized examples?
Nazareth. And she was married in Palestine. Has the ability.
I mean, she already gave us some good ones that I can look into. Thank you. That was actually pretty informative. Representative being founder of Truth of Israel, former deputy and former. Okay, here we go.
Some accuse Israel.
Ah, dang it. Okay, hold up. Sorry. Where was it? Face cam. I don't know what happened. I do apologize. I thought this was plugged in. Yeah, this is plugged. Sorry, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I don't know what happened. Give me 1 second. It's frozen. I'm gonna be right back. So, hey, you can still hear me. I'm just gonna no. I don't know what happened. Let me just unplug this here. Yeah, it's plugged in. Why is it not charging? Let's just assume. No, this is the only one I can plug it in. What's Testing. Okay. My mic is up. I don't know what happened to my camera. I do apologize because this is the first it's ever happened. So let me just... I want to say screen record. Give me 1 second. Video. There we go. Add a source. What we're going to do is webcam. This is going to be temporary until I can fix it. Alright, so this is my webcam that I'm using. Currently, right now, we are going through a little bit of technical difficulties. I do apologize. Because right now, what I'm trying to figure out... Move some of my stuff this way. Because what I'm trying to figure out now is, like, what just happened? Because it's plugged in. It shouldn't be dead. This is my stuff. It's messy. Messy. This is why I'm going to... clean my room once this is all done. And do laundry. I got laundry to do. Ugh, gosh. Okay, let's try it like this. I'm just gonna move some stuff around. Here. No, I guess not. I do apologize. This is gonna be a little bit... So we're just gonna put this over here temporarily until I can get this thing working. Yeah. You know what? No. Okay, I do apologize, but I need to figure that out. But I think I'm just gonna end the live stream right here. I actually have a lot of good notes that I'm gonna use, and I need to research it, and I need laundry to do, and I need to clean my room. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up at Warrior Insights. Tomorrow we do some analysis and furthermore research. So I will see everybody later. Thank you to the following: What You Can Change. Thank you for commenting. Korig, thank you for commenting. Cottonmouth.